Thank you. Whoa. Let me thank all of you. Let me thank all of you. This is a fantastic turnout. Let me thank Senator Quezada for his warm introduction and his touching on some of the major issues facing this state and this country. As I look around here, I see a lot of energy, I see a lot of beauty, I see a lot of enthusiasm. And I see a lot of people who want to transform the United States of America. We began this campaign about 10 months ago. When we began, we were at 3% in the polls, about 70 points behind Secretary Clinton. We had no money, we had no political organization, we didn't have much name recognition. In the last But in the last 10 months, a lot has changed. And the reason I think that we are doing so well, that we have so much energy, that in state after state, we win people 45 years of age or younger, the future of America. A report just came out yesterday, and it said that Bernie Sanders has received more votes from people under 30 than Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump combined. And I get my inspiration, I get my energy from you. I get my energy and inspiration from people who have an idealism, who want to transform this country and make it a lot better than it is today. Now, the reason I believe we have so much energy and we're doing so well is because we're doing something very unusual in American politics. We are telling the truth. Now, as you all know, the truth is not always pleasant. Sometimes it's harsh. Sometimes it's hurtful. But unless we understand the reality in front of us and not shove it under the rug, unless we are prepared to deal with that reality, there is no hope for change. And here is some of that reality. Number one, today we live in a country in which our campaign finance system is corrupt and it is undermining American democracy. And this is no small thing. The concept of democracy is not complicated. What it means is you have one vote, and you have one vote, and you have one vote. What it does not mean is that people with unlimited amounts of money should be able to buy elections. That is not democracy. It does not mean that billionaires like the Koch brothers and others should be able to spend $900 million in this campaign cycle to buy politicians who will represent the rich and the powerful. That is not democracy, that is oligarchy. And together, we are going to stand firm. This country will not become an oligarchic society. But it is not just a corrupt campaign finance system which is undermining our democracy. What we are seeing now all over this country are cowardly Republican governors trying to suppress the vote. As a nation, we have one of the lowest voter turnout rates of any major country on earth. Our job is to increase voter turnout, make it easier for people to participate. And yet today, we have Republican governors who are trying in every way imaginable to make it harder for poor people, for people of color, for young people, for old people to participate. And I say to those cowardly governors, if you don't have the guts to participate in free and fair elections, get another job. And if elected president, you can bet your bottom dollar that we're going to have a Department of Justice which will vigorously take on every one of these governors. What I want to see in this country is something simple and straightforward. And that is, if you are 18 years of age or older, you are registered to vote. End of discussion. But in addition to the fact that we have a corrupt campaign finance system, there is something else that we have got to address, and address in a very straightforward way, and that is that we have a rigged economy. Now, the television stations and the corporate media do not deal with this issue very much. But let me tell you what a rigged economy is about. What a rigged economy means is that today the top 0.1% now owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%. It means that the 20 wealthiest people in this country now own more wealth than the bottom 150 million, half of our country. And let me give you another example of what a rigged economy is about. Turns out that the wealthiest family in this country is the Walton family, who owns Walmart. As many of you know, Walmart pays wages that are so low that many of its workers are forced to go on Medicaid, food stamps, subsidized housing. What a rigged economy is about is when working people have got to pay more in taxes to provide food stamps for the employees of the wealthiest family in America. That is a rigged economy, and I say to the Walton family, get off of welfare, pay your workers a living wage. And here is another truth that we cannot continue to avoid. In this country today, we have more people in jail than any other country on earth. And I understand that in your state, incarceration is a very big and profitable business. Well, we are going to end that in a number of ways. Number one, we are going to do away with private prisons, private detention centers. It is unconscionable that corporations are making money by locking people up. That's wrong. Number two, we're going to do our best to make sure that when young people in this country can't find a job or can't stay in school, we're going to invest in jobs and education, not jails and incarceration. I want this country, and what this campaign is about is thinking outside of the box. Do not allow the media or anybody else to define for you what is possible. You do that. And what is possible is having the best educated country in the world, not the country with more people in jail. And together, we are going to demilitarize local police departments. Police departments should not look like occupying armies. They should be part of the community, not oppressing the community. We are going to make police departments look like the diversity of the communities they serve. All of us are tired of looking at TV and seeing images of unarmed people being shot by police officers. I'm a former mayor, Burlington, Vermont. All right. And I have worked with police departments for many, many years, and the vast majority of police officers are honest, hardworking, and they have a very difficult job. But like any other public official, when a police officer breaks the law, that officer must be held accountable.